Top Jimmy? That's Patrick Mahomes, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kansas City Chiefs, freaks worldwide of all ages, thank you for tuning in to another Shaggyshane show. All right, the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Atlanta Falcons 28-14 in Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Patrick Mahomes delivers a big 69-yard bomb with 17 seconds left before halftime, with the Chiefs trailing 14-3. Yeah, we'll get back to some other things. But let's sing the praises of Top Jimmy, Patrick Mahomes, baby. The 69-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill, which is running rampant on Twitter at this moment. Fans worldwide cannot stop talking about that sensational throw. It's the longest pass in NFL in 2 years that traveled in the air. Let me tell you, folks, it wasn't pretty. For the second preseason game in a row, we'll get right to it now. The Chiefs started without their middle linebackers. Reggie Ragland and Anthony Hitchens are still sitting on the bench, while Akeem Oligwe and Terrence Smith are the middle linebackers. The first drive, the Falcons had it. The Chiefs had him at 3rd and 11. D Ford and Justin Houston came rushing off the end, but Matt Ryan stepped up, hit his tight end for 28 yards. Then a couple of long runs where Terrence Smith and Anthony Oligwe were not in the right freaking lane. They were out of position. And the Falcons, quite frankly, had two nice runs down to the 5-yard line, setting up 1st and goal, where Matt Ryan hit the fullback out of the back, or the running back out of the backfield, or the tight end, I'm sorry. He caught the touchdown, tried to jump over Steve Nelson. His knee hit Nelson in the head, knocked him out. So the Chiefs get the ball. It was real conservative. They ran out of the eye, a couple of runs to Kareem Hunt on 3rd and 4. Patrick Mahomes hit Tyreek Hill for 3 yards. Came up a yard short. So now it's 4th and 1. So now with it being 4th and 1, the Chiefs had to punt. So then the Falcons got the ball and they started driving. Kendall Fuller had a good first quarter. He definitely looks like the #1 corner for the Kansas City Chiefs. It was surprising to me when we saw at camp that they were moving in from the slot to outside, because as a member of the Washington Redskins, Kendall Fuller was the #1 rated slot corner from Pro Football Focus. So now you got Kendall Fuller moving outside. I thought it was a gamble, but he's solid. He looked good last week, and he had 2 good pass defense in the first quarter. One on 4th and drive that snuffed a drive out that the Falcons went for, 4th and 3 at their 23, or at the Chiefs 23. The Chiefs ended up driving. Finally, the second position, they start driving down the field. Patrick Mahomes threw a touchdown to Kareem Hunt, but there was a legal formation on the offense. Then on 3rd and goal at the 8, Patrick Mahomes was rolling to his right. He had Sammy Watkins open, but Sammy Watkins didn't come back from the ball, and it was broken up. Sammy Watkins and Patrick Mahomes need to get on the same page. Sammy Watkins is one of the highest paid wide receivers in the National Football League. Sammy Watkins has got to get back on the same page. He's got to prove something this year. He's making a lot of money. The last time the Kansas City Chiefs gave a lot of money to a wide receiver was Jeremy Maclin. Maclin couldn't stay healthy, so we had to cut that. We had to eat that contract. Now we gave Sammy Watkins even more money for this 3-year contract. And quite frankly, in my opinion, I know this is further down the road, but I want to go ahead and say it. There's going to be a time in 3 years when Sammy Watkins' contract is up and Tyreek Hill's contract is up. The Chiefs are going to have to make a decision on who they want to keep, either Sammy Watkins or Tyreek Hill. But that's 3 years down the road. And 3 years from now, I'll be 51, so I'm not looking forward to that. All right, so let's talk 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, the defense, what concerns me is David Amerson. David Amerson, folks. He's got to get it together. He's the second corner, especially once Steven Nelson went down with a concussion. Amerson was brought to the team to be the second corner once Marcus Peters was traded. So Amerson's got to step up. There are some moves I feel the Chiefs can make to help with their salary cap. If they want to explore picking up Bashaud Breeland, he's still out there. I don't know if much of he's still an option. I know the Chiefs are looking at a couple other defensive caliber player or defensive free agents. I don't know if the Chiefs will go that route, but I think they're going to need to get a second corner. It's just my personal opinion. I think it's going to be tough to have David Amerson be the man opposite of Kendall Fuller as that corner. If the Chiefs wanted to cut Chris Conley, it would save them $1.8 million against the salary cap. If they wanted to cut Spencer Ware and Charkandrick West, that would be even more money. I mentioned that on Facebook. So they could probably sign a Skandrick or Bashaud Breeland, because I think that's a gaping hole, and that's my only negative from tonight's game is the second corner looks like it's a concern. Kendall Fuller looks great on the outside. I was impressed with Armani Watts late in the game. He had a big forced fumble, proved that he can hit and he can do things in the National Football League. Again, the defensive freaking game ball goes to number 56, wearing that number 56 jersey proudly. Benjamin Neiman. Ben Neiman, they call him, out of Iowa. Second week in a row where he made some plays. He had a big 26-yard interception return. Caught the ball, ran, weaved and deaved, and ran over the referee into the end zone. That's what you want to do. And was really impressed with Ben Neiman. Now, with Patrick Mahomes, I didn't miss the fact that he did throw an interception. He first drive with it after the Falcons went up 14-3. He just kind of lobbed it up there. And Sammy Watkins, as Trent Green said, didn't leave him enough room to move in. He said Sammy Watkins probably could helped him on that. But since Patrick Mahomes threw the interception, you want to say, he's going to learn from it. He's going to grow from it. But we saw what they say about Patrick Mahomes. They're going to say, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he's going to throw a lot of interceptions, but he's going to wow you with big plays. We saw that in one half tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In one half, what do we see from Patrick Mahomes? We saw an interception and a sensational, magical, jaw-dropping 69-yard touchdown that they're still talking about on social media. I would say I'm shocked, but I believe in the kid, and I saw enough highlights of the kid to know that this was coming, but it still kicked ass. What a freaking throw. The Falcons had three guys back there. Tyreek Hill ran right on by him. Patrick Mahomes is a confident kid, ladies and gentlemen. When he graduated from high school 4 years ago, his senior year in high school, when he was playing ball, he graduated in 14. He was playing ball, and when he was playing football, his mind was made up. He was going to go to Texas Tech. And at that time, Patrick Mahomes' senior year, he was made up his mind he was going to go to Texas Tech. Baker Mayfield was a walk-on starter at Tech. And Davis Webb was Baker Mayfield's backup at Tech. So when Patrick Mahomes made his mind up to go to Tech, he knew, I'm probably going to be behind Baker Mayfield for 3 years. But he was willing to go and compete with Baker Mayfield. Patrick Mahomes was willing to go compete with Davis Webb. 3 fine quarterbacks. Davis Webb is currently the second-string quarterback on the New York Giants, and we all know about Baker Mayfield. After Baker Mayfield walked on to Texas Tech, he had a decent, really good first part of his walk-on year at Tech, but near the end of the year, he got hurt. Then he got upset, and he got upset with the coach because he felt the coach wasn't there for him enough, yada, yada. You can look up that information about it. But Baker Mayfield didn't feel like the coach believed in him after having a good freshman year. So Baker Mayfield transferred to Oklahoma, which really opened up the door for Patrick Mahomes. And then he only had to beat out Davis Webb. But then Davis Webb got hurt, and then Patrick Mahomes got to play his freshman year. But the story of it, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that he thought, you know what, I'm going to commit to Texas Tech. I want to go to Texas Tech, even though they got a guy on there breaking records. More from that story will be brought up when the Chiefs play the Browns November 4th in Cleveland. The media is going to love that game. It's going to be John Dorsey versus the Chiefs versus John Dorsey, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes. Did Baker Mayfield get scared because Patrick Mahomes was coming to Tech? And he said, oh shit, I better get out of Tech and transfer to Oklahoma because I don't want Patrick Mahomes breathing down my neck. What happened, Baker? Did you get scared? That's right. Patrick Mahomes is the man that's going to be breaking records in Kansas City. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kansas City Chiefs freaks worldwide, hold on to your seat because this is just the beginning from number 15, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the man, ladies and gentlemen. We will see that going forward. Next Saturday, the Kansas City Chiefs play the Chicago Bears in the third most important preseason game where the Kansas City Chiefs starters play well into the third quarter. It's going to be the Matt Nagy Bowl. Matt Nagy was the quarterback coach of Patrick Mahomes. Now Matt Nagy is the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Now Matt Nagy has got Mitch Trubisky, who was drafted 8 spots ahead of Patrick Mahomes. The Matt Nagy Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Next Saturday in Chi-Town at noon. In Kansas City, that game's at noon. So we're going to have to break that down next weekend. I expect the starters to play a lot. I need to see Anthony Hitchens on the field. I need to see Reggie Ragland on the field. Eric Berry, I love you, buddy. You're the heart and soul of this defense. Chiefs Kingdom needs to see Eric Berry on the field. We need to get you guys. I know Ben Neiman's kicking ass and showing everybody that they should have freaking at least let him come to the freaking combine to try out, but Ben Neiman didn't get invited. He's got a chip on his shoulder. I love Ben Neiman. His dad was the defensive coordinator at Rutgers, is the defensive coordinator at Rutgers, and the football runs through the Iowa Hawkeyes blood of Ben Neiman. So, until next Saturday, enjoy it, love it, kiss it, go to sleep with it, crank it up in the morning and say, hell yeah! How about a black cup of that number 1 Mahomie? All right, my Chiefs Kingdom freaks, I shall see you next weekend. Enjoy this. Sweet dreams, peace, dog. Go Chiefs!